So then we have Franklin Graham's, by the way, new Obama Muslim conspiracy theory. Franklin Graham is the son of Billy Graham, the pastor. And there is a new Obama Muslim conspiracy theory on the right. And the new one is, this is from an interview with Newsmax.com, which is a conservative website. It pushes the Obama was born in Kenya conspiracy theory that you're familiar with and I'm familiar with and we're all familiar with. And the new theory sounds a lot like Glenn Beck to me. It really sounds a lot like Glenn Beck. And here's what Graham explained. The Muslim Brotherhood is very strong and active in our country. It's infiltrated every level of our government. Right now, we have many of these people that are advising the U.S. military and State Department on how to respond in the Middle East. And it's like asking a fox. It's like a farmer asking a fox, how do I protect my hen house from foxes? We've brought in Muslims to tell us how to make policy toward Muslim countries. And many of these people we've brought in, I'm afraid, are under the Muslim Brotherhood. So that's the new one. Oh, and also we're under Sharia law. Right. Gotta keep that in mind. He did say he believes the president is more concerned with helping Muslims than Christians, both in the U.S. and abroad. And he added, the Muslims are protected more in this country than Christians. And it's no surprise that Franklin Graham is worried about Muslims sneaking into the U.S. government. I mean, he has declared Islam a very evil and wicked religion. And just last year, he was disinvited from the National Prayer Breakfast event at the Pentagon after his Islam bashing became an issue. I have emails from friends from other countries about this story saying they feel bad that we even have to deal with people like this and that this type of ideology is even considered valid discussion. Barack Obama is under the Muslim Brotherhood. Right, we shouldn't talk to Muslims. Muslims should not be involved at all with the government because they would only be acting in the interests of other Muslims, which, by the way, inherent in that is that those interests are at the cost of others' interests.
If only this is going to be a valid discussion. This is only a valid discussion because our own politicians make it one.
And they're holding hearings about American Muslims. You're absolutely right. But it's not just that. It's the entire culture. This counts as a valid discussion here. I'm not saying that there is not significant anti-Muslim sentiment in other countries. Plenty of countries are dealing with it. France at the top of the list, for sure.
But when your politicians are trying to pass legislation and hold hearings,
right.
What are you going to do?
And then you give a voice to someone like Franklin Graham, who has played his cards pretty open. He said Islam is an evil and wicked religion. So, and then when he comes out and says there's Muslim Brotherhood control in the government and that's what Obama's doing, it's funny. His own argument that asking for Muslims for ideas on how to deal with Muslim countries is like asking a fox how to protect a hen house from foxes. It's the same argument can be applied to Franklin Graham. Getting opinions about how to deal with Muslims from people who have said they hate Muslims makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
It's the same argument. But of course, good luck getting Franklin Graham to understand that.
It's like asking Hitler how you can hide, harbor the Jews you're hiding.
Exactly. Very, very excellent.